Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's sounding alright. So then, hello and welcome to this stream. And how are we this morning, afternoon, or evening? Alrighty then. I can tell you one thing's for sure. I've been pretty well myself. Despite a few things that's been quite hectic. Especially one of the things I had to do, like down here, was like swelter through like 40 to 45 degree weather, which is just quite unbearable. Or for you people who use Fahrenheit, they'll be like 40 for us. For you would be 104, and for 45 that's like 103. So yeah, I assume you can imagine how that would be like for the lot of us. Especially like some places have reached like 50. 50! I saw that, I was like, what? Oh, good grief. Yeah. Yep, going good, Cheeky boy. Doing well. That's good. It's good that you're doing good too. And Moira Tokel, g'day, how are you today? And yes, Cheeky boy, yes, that hot. And I can assume that you may not be used to such temperatures. Especially like some people in Europe. I know of I think in the early 2000s, Europe had this huge heat wave. Which I can't remember what it was. Hang on. First. What was that? Like European heat wave. Heat wave of like 2003. Oh yeah, that's the one. What did temperatures reach for that? Peak temperature. Yeah, 47 degrees Celsius or 117 Fahrenheit. And oh boy, there was like a total of 72,000 deaths there. That pretty much shows that Europe is not used to those sorts of temperatures. Ah yes, Groundhog Day. I wonder what the little rodent is gonna say for the season. An early spring or more winter to come. Yeah, sometimes I question its legitimacy. Like how would they know that a little rodent who lives in the ground can predict the weather? Like whether spring's coming early or just more winter. I'm not that I'm like against it or anything. I just find it like, huh? Yeah. So pretty much what I was gonna say at the start, like before I was gonna say that I was being sweltering like through heating and everything. So yeah, new me and not necessarily new me, but new year and somewhat new me, because I've done like one mild update to myself here. One thing's for sure, I've fixed up the texture on my jacket because as I would have said on my debut stream, well, my VTuber debut stream, in which I noticed that the colors or even the textures on the jacket were wrong, so which certainly wasn't a big issue, easy fix. I mean, only this for me to fix only took like one afternoon. So and basically what I'm doing here to start things off is just a quick little stream here. I'm not really going to be doing anything like significant, like not going on to a game or anything. Just coming up for today, just to say hi and to talk with everyone. I thought, so yeah, and like before I even like get to some of my own things that will be coming for the year, because I know one thing's for sure. I hear everyone's back at school, back at work. A month-long break is over, because that's the way we have it down here. Like we usually have, like after the new year, we usually have like a break for like 7 weeks. So like 7 weeks of holidays before school and work start for everyone. And I know that for me in particular, I actually have university coming up this month. So yeah, I'll be going back to learning some really good stuff, which I could even bring around here. Oh yeah. Wait, today's the day for gifting on Animal Jam, is it? What, isn't it for like those friendship boxes? Or, well, I'm pretty sure. Oh wait, hang on. What was it? Oh yes. Yeah. Sometimes, well, for the most part, it doesn't really occur to me much. Given that I got a type of like a Valentine's Day event, that's what I know it to be. Which I don't really what's the word? Whatever it is, I don't really like follow it much to do with like Valentine's Day. Well, how nice. Yeah, I'm mostly thinking just to be here for an hour and a half or so, since I'm not going to be doing an awful lot. Just coming up here and having a chat just to say hello. And basically, just to say that I'll certainly be getting back to doing a lot of things for the coming year, especially with university, and some other things which I might get onto doing, which I announced on my debut stream. Some other things for me to get to. Oh, yep. And plenty of them, too. Because I pretty much have a model version 1.1. Hey. Because as I said on my my debut, how I said it's a that model was a version 1.0, and yeah, and I even said that I'll be getting to other stuff for it, like updates, as you can see right now, like a fixed up texture for my jacket. Because which was really an easy thing to do. Like I put everything I learned into some of my university classes into this model, both the modeling and the texturing. But and there'll be plenty more to come to it. Like, one thing's for sure is some more touch-ups on the rigging, and I've also have some other. I've also collected some other materials for it, such as like references to for more updates for the model. So there's certainly there's going to be more of that to come. So but apart from me, what about everyone else? What's been happening? Because there's certainly been certainly a thing or two regarding what I've been hearing about. Like, mostly for my break, I've been just been catching up with my own lot of stuff, getting onto some other games and going some places. And even going places as well. Oh, is that so? Eye doctor appointment, huh? Ah, yeah. I'd actually, I think I even remember having a few appointments of it myself. I don't know what it was for, really. I think it was just like other things, really. I don't know. I was like, I wasn't even 10 years old when I was brought into an optometrist. Oh yeah, not really having done much. I know that feeling for sure. Not getting around to much. I mean, that's certainly what I did during the break. But now, like, for me in particular, just like everyone else down here, it's time for everyone like down here just to wake up and get to work again. Even if we may be like, oh, I don't really want to, but I know one thing's for sure, I certainly would, especially if I want to further improve on my 3D modeling skills, and even the overall content here. Ah, yeah, knowing you, like your versions, never really changing like so. Well, I guess it's not really a huge issue, really. I mean, if something is that good, then yeah, you can stick with it. Or if you figure out something to improve upon it, then yeah, evolve. I know I'm certainly going to do so. But I have been wanting to get onto other stuff as well. Like really, and especially changing up some stuff, especially for my channel, because I still got some of the like the old stuff on it, like on my banner. Because I think I had that kind of banner since, when would have it been actually? Hold on. Because I know it was shortly after Feral, when Feral was somewhat released. even though it never left early access. Like, that would have been... when? 5 years ago. In 2020. So that would have been, it, really. Oh, wait, sorry. I just noticed what you meant there. Vision, not version. Whoops. Oh, gosh. Yeah, that's still, sticking with me. I read a particular word, I read it as something else, and I read it again, it's changed on me. Oh, good grief. Yeah, haha, go ahead. Because sometimes not only do I mess up my words, and by sometimes I mean a lot, but I even mess up my reading as well. I really don't know how. I think it's getting to the point at which I have to maybe like read a few things a few times over just to make sure I'm really I'm really like what's that word? I can never think of the right word at the with what I'm trying to say. Indeed. Yeah, so I would have to read a certain sentence or something a few times over just to make sure I'm reading it right. And I I don't misinterpret it as something else. No, is that so? Oh boy. But one of the things I've certainly been doing in life is that I've certainly been keeping well myself, and I'm not even sure I mentioned this before on any streams, but I go to the gym every 2 days, so roughly 3 times a week. So I get my sessions in. I do 3 particular exercises. Like upper body exercises, which is mostly like arms, and lower body, which is obviously legs, and then full body, which is a mixture of arms and legs. And that's certainly been keeping me well physically and mentally, that's for sure. Because I mostly took up the gym after a lot of the COVID lockdowns were lifted because of getting the virus under control, and I just really felt kind of unwell. Like, not that I was sick or anything, but just kind of like, and even felt a little out of shape myself. Like, sometimes I would struggle just to lift myself up, and so that's why I applied for membership there. And in fact, the lady who actually helped me get membership even said we actually saw a surge in registrations in memberships after those COVID lockdowns. I thought, well, which would make sense really. And I mostly started with like cardiovascular stuff, which is like things like a treadmill or other similar stuff, or treadmill or bike. And I would have I did a full hour there. First I did 30 minutes on like steps. Yeah, kind of like a treadmill, but built like stairs. So you can think of it as if you were trying to go up an escalator that's going downwards. You can think of it like that. So that's what I did, and for the next 30 minutes, I just did one of those bike exercises, and at one point, like a few weeks in, I said to one of the staff members who works there, I do like 30 minutes on those steps, and she was like, "Wait, you do 30 minutes? Wow, I can't even do 15," and which really baffled me because I thought you're in much better shape than I am, and you're telling me that you can't do 15 minutes on the steps when I can do like a full 30. Wow, all right. So, yeah, that's like one of the things I've been doing, and I think I've been doing that for like a whole year now, and when I started, I was at 106, and last time I actually weighed myself, I have this actually have this on the app here, and oh yeah, and like that's what I like the cardiovascular stuff. That's what I did for the first few months of my membership there, and it wasn't until I got into the actual like strength training, and I now have a trainer who helps me out with it, and great guy. He certainly helps me through it and helps me eases my way into those exercises. So yeah, at the start I was at 106 kilograms, and going by my latest weight and scan, if it even cooperate with me, which was on the 18th of December 2025, I'm now down to 88.8 kilograms. Hey! Yeah, I've been feeling really, really great because of it. In fact, if you remember when you were quite young, back in school, when you had those sorts of like playgrounds that you always like clamber around on, like with like monkey bars and like flying foxes, or even some things just to step on and around. I kind of wish that we had like playgrounds like those, but scaled up to like an adult size. Because I know one thing's for sure: if we had something like this or like those, I certainly would have been more willing to be active on those, like something like that, or even like an obstacle course. But at least there's something like the gym, and oh yeah, especially at the other private school I went to, had a rather large playground. It was awesome, and I actually like paid a visit there a few years ago and saw that it was still there, and brought back a lot of good memories. It mostly felt like my own adventure. But and I even heard a thing or two that the area that you live in can also affect your weight, which like I heard it on one of those like wall-mounted TVs at a clinic that I was at, and I thought, yeah, that kind of makes sense, really. Which is why I even thought of like adult-sized playgrounds, similar to the ones that you would get at a school when you were quite young. Oh yeah, swings for sure. I'm not even I don't know about you, like if you would have them as well, but in some parks that I've been to, especially my local one, there's this type of a swing which is more circular in nature, and it's held up by 4 chains on by its corners, and it actually spins like in a circle. So not only does it like rotate on the spot, but it can also like be swung around like so. Yeah, those are actually quite good as well. I sometimes when I'm feeling kind of wobbly or drowsy. I would just lie, just swing it around a little bit and just jump on top of it, and I just lie back and just let it sway me around like I'm being cradled by a by some arms, or even feel like I'm laying on a boat, just being gently rocked. It feels really great, actually. Oh, and like being on a boat, it reminded me. I remember having a like a boat trip out to out on the sea a few years ago. Like, it was actually, well, not necessarily a boat trip, but more, it was actually a fishing trip I did, which was a really great day, actually. Really caught a good lot. There was that constant like swaying and rocking of the boat. Like, not too not too much swaying, but still it was like good enough. And I remember lying in bed that night and then even the next night, and you could still feel that rocking sensation from the boat, and kind of actually felt kind of good. Like, really helped me sleep there. So yeah, that's it kind of makes me wish I could be on that boat again, just to feel that sensation. So yeah. So and I wonder what else has been going on. Oh yeah. I mean, I wouldn't really go on about things that I've heard on that would have heard on the news or anything, but this like particular thing is just like too good to ignore. And besides, I think most likely you would have seen this on like your local news network or anything, because it's one of those clips that's become like insanely viral. But it's like when, I think just last night or so, or maybe the night before, how there was like this, how in the city of Melbourne in Victoria, in the state of Victoria, apparently there was this one scuffle between like the patrons and the bouncers at this club, and two of these people were thrown out, and this one bloke got really mad at them, went into like this restaurant next door, and grabbed a chair from that restaurant, went outside with it, and chucked it at the club, aiming for those bouncers, but he actually struck the back of the head of his mate instead. Oh, I thought, oh boy, that was so good. Just grabbing that chair from the restaurant next door, chucked it over, and then BAM! Hits his mate instead. Oh yeah, indeed. I mean, sure, it was a friendly fire incident, but still, that was so good. And I think what made it even better was that even the bouncers of that club were just laughing at the guy. And of course, I'm not going to say it was completely good, because the bloke's mate who he accidentally struck at the back of the head with that chair. It did like knock him to the ground. It was like, ugh. Like, ugh. Yeah, a bit like that. And sure, like they could have, like the bouncers could have like checked on the bloke to to make sure he was okay, but he seemed to stand up shortly afterwards and seemed okay. But yeah, like one of such thing I probably wouldn't need or even have to talk about, but it's most likely like everyone around the world has seen it, because apparently that's like garnered around like over 20 million views. So yeah, I didn't think that it would actually like blow up like that. I mean, given that how it played out like that, honestly I wouldn't be too surprised that it wouldn't have gone viral the way it did. Because it sort of reminded me of how there was like some other, not really like so much like events, but rather some people that we've gotten on TV in Australia. like there was this one bloke I even remember seeing on telly who was like who we called the Dog Man, because he was going on about how some rather mean dogs were terrorizing this small town, and there's like one old bloke old looking bloke, maybe not so old, more middle aged, but that's besides the point. But he was saying what the dogs were doing, and even like someone described it in his own way, how what they did, how they went, as soon as they saw me, they came bounding over. and even so much so is that same network that made that report on like on those like mean dogs even went back to the guy just to talk to him again, and even showed him how famous he's gotten, and they even asked him about that clip, what he thought of it, and he went, I think it's hilarious. And I just think that people who see themselves in a clip like that and find it funny is just so good. Oh yeah. Yeah, totally. It was completely unnecessary for him to do, but a lot of us I'm glad that he did. Yeah, it's just some of our own like lot of good moments that we got on Australian TV back then. A lot of it would have happened when I was quite young. And not just like some people that we got, but even some rather well-known quotes from from ads. Yeah, ads on Australian TV that we got back in the day. One of which I even remember hearing was this ad about corn. What? Yeah, McCain corn. Yeah. McCain, you've done it again. Yeah, that brand. Like, well, unless you live in the unless you live outside of Australia, you probably have no idea what I'm going on about. But I even remember that ad in particular. Like, I saw it yesterday. Like, there's one lone house in the middle of an outback desert setting. It's completely sunny. There's not a cloud in the sky, and like radio saying there's been a few weeks without rain. And you have this guy sitting out on the front decking. Here's a drop on that overhanging roof, like on the front decking. He steps out and checking for any rain, but no, still a shot of the sun, no rain. And he starts walking back, and there's like more and more drops falling onto the that overhang roof. Looks like he rushes in, going, Marge, the rains are here. And camera pans up to showing two kids eating corn on like those unlike those holders, and they bite into them, and it causes like the juices from the corn just to like squirt out and drop onto the roof. Yeah, that's another classic one. Marge, the rains are here. And I'm pretty sure everyone else, every other Australian who was young back in the day, like me, would have also heard this. Dad, why did they make the Great Wall of China? Yeah, they're in a car, that's what the kid asks his dad who's driving. He's like, oh, well, that was during the time of the Emperor Nazi Goring. And it was to keep the rabbits out, because there was too many rabbits in China. I remember seeing that on telly back in the day, and it was... I didn't really think much of it, but I think I would have heard some school staff back in the day even mentioning that particular ad. Like, someone would ask why the Great Wall of China was built, and someone would say, well, it was to keep the rabbits out. Yeah, they were good. They were really good. What part? On telly? It's so many to count, really. I think it's just a lot of those shows which are on about like funny videos and everything, especially during the days when I was young. Especially this one show which has been a thing for pretty much like 2 decades now or so, or maybe a decade and a half by now, which was like Australia's Funniest Home Videos. That was like a classic for a lot of us back in the day. Only on once a week, I think, on a Saturday or Sunday. I can't remember when it was. Oh yeah, and one thing I could say for sure, I'm mentioning the weather just before. The temperature around when I started this was around at a comfortable 16 degrees. So, I mean, it was actually a little bit chilly, but I could tolerate it. I don't really feel the cold very often, and 16 degrees for us, or for you Fahrenheit people, that would be 60. And well, actually, it says here that the temperature is going to jump a little bit, and so it's a little bit warmer now, but it's not uncomfortable, especially compared to what we had the last couple days. Ah, yes. Yes, indeed. That we could never go wrong with. Like, whenever it was on, I would want to, I would watch it, like, any chance I got. It's not just me, but even the family too. So, what else has been happening? Well, oh yeah, it even just occurred to me that, like, for me, right now, today, it's the 2nd of February, and I'm somewhat already startled that we're already a month into 2026. I just hope it won't be like last year, how it just went zoom. Like, wow, we're already at the end of the year. like what 2025 was. Well, I think it's because like the break that we had for the month. Like for us at least, like we don't really like keep track of the time. We're just like we're just taking the time to ourselves, really, like as much as we can. So much so that we don't even notice the like the time going by fast. But I think it's more in the middle of the year it goes more and more slow, because that's when we'd be like at either school or work, for example. And well, for me in particular, it's going to be a university, which I'm starting in about 2 weeks. 2 weeks from now, I will be. Yeah, sure, why not? I'll probably get to that next. Yeah, so one of the things what I'm gonna be doing for this trimester is an animations class. Because one of the ones I did before in the previous year, or one of the trimesters in the previous year, was a 3D modeling course, which is why I'm here, which is why you can see this right now. And besides that, I also did animation principles as well, which was certainly a good one, and the lecturer for that class was brilliant. I liked him. Be careful with the RC car. RC car? What do you mean by that? And you're probably thinking, well, is there much of a difference between like the animations class I did of last year and the animations class I'm going to be doing now? Well, like the animation principles class was all about like the animation techniques of certain assets, like characters or other objects. So basically, for like one example, like one thing called anticipation, like when you're having a character who's going to be doing a jump, you would put like some animation into like the character preparing a jump, like them like squatting down a bit or even positioning their arms, and sort of animating them pushing themselves up and even raising their arms a bit. So that was somewhat about animation techniques, and with the animations class I'm going to be doing for this trimester in the upcoming one, is certainly about the inner workings of it. One of which includes rigging, and I thought, yes, that I could certainly use, especially if I want to get, if I want to use it for some of my own works, like this here. Yeah, an RC car. I knew that it was a remote control car. I think I may have had one decades ago. Well, it wasn't really mine per se, but rather some others. But if not a car, then maybe like some other like remote control stuff. So from a game a while ago. Are you referring to something like Rocket League? Because I remember that being being huge back in the day. It's like you're using like remote controlled cars to play football, or as others might know it as, soccer. Unless that's not it. Huh. Can't say I'm too familiar with that. Remote control car and helicopter. Yeah, I'm completely blank on that. Oh yes, that's right. I guess I was really was talking about that. Like what happened a few years ago, like for me, like before I was even, maybe before I was here, or maybe not, but I was like playing this one game called Broforce, which is basically this this run and gun game where you just run through the level and like blast through enemies and even like destroy part of the terrain in the progress. And one of the things I happened to do was but a bit of context first. Like at the end of the level, when you reach the end of the level, a helicopter comes over and you have to jump onto the ladder of the helicopter, and it takes you away, and that ends the level. And there's this power up that you can get, which is like this explosive cart. Well, not necessarily explosive cart, but this remote control car with an explosive attached to it. And one thing I did was like I didn't even know it could even be done. But like I got to the last checkpoint, which I like raised the flag, like the last flag of the level, and it was at the end of it. Helicopter came around, had the ladder down. I deployed it. I deployed that explosive remote controlled car, and I was just doing it for giggles. Like I wasn't really trying anything, but I had because the explosive remote control car in that game, you can make a jump, and that's what I did. I had to jump like towards the ladder of the helicopter, and it actually got onto the helicopter, took off with it, and ended the level. And I laughed so uncontrollably for like the next minute or two. and the friend that I was playing, well, not necessarily a friend, but more like a cousin, and he was like, wait, what? Excuse me? Oh, it was so funny, and he was like, oh, no, that was absolutely ridiculous. No, I quit. I'm quitting. Just no, and he was like all that. I'm just laughing the whole way through that minute. So yeah, that was so good. Oh. Sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, that was just too funny. Oh. Yeah, there was there was certainly like some good moments that I had with some with some of my my friends in some other games as well. Especially on um, like more recently in some of our like Minecraft servers, because I like depending on what we have on or what we're doing, we were playing Minecraft together, and one of the things I even remember from them, like from two of them, like two of my friends, and well, I can't guarantee it that I won't laugh so much, but and I like this is like one of those things which I had to quickly write down after hearing from this one particular thing from two of my friends. Um, like apparently something went wrong with like with one of my friends' characters in the game, like his model. My let's say like the first friend went up to the second friend, like saw him, and then he asked him, "Why's your head facing backwards?" and and the second friend nonchalantly just went, "I don't know. Why's your head facing forwards?" Because that's normally how it is. Oh. Yeah, there's even a there was like a few things that my second friend has said, which is like just so odd. And I would also know that like one of the things I did was in the latest version of Minecraft, we were on. I was on like one of the servers with one of my friends. It was mostly just like me and him. Like the second friend is on but not so much. And one of the things I happened to get, like in one part of that world, was a chicken jockey. Yes, chicken jockey. And when I killed the baby zombie on that chicken, I got the new Minecraft disc. If you remember like the music discs that you get in Minecraft, I got one of the new ones, and it was that lava chicken one. And one of the things I often did with it was just was mess with my friend using that music disc, and he and it bothered him so much because it's that lava chicken song in the Minecraft movie, that la 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 lava chicken, and I would sometimes like sneak near him, and I'd place down that music box block near him, and then I would put in the that lava chicken music disc, and I'd be like, "Dang it, Thyla!" So yeah, I think I messed with him like 3 times with it. So yeah, it was it was funny. Oh, and still going on about messing with him. There was also a few years ago in which we were on one of our other like older Minecraft servers. At one point, like after we were like somewhat conquering the like the ancient city, we have like the skulk stuff with with an item with silk touch on it. I harvested one of those skulk sensors that detects a sound, and then I went on to harvest a skulk shrieker, because, and then and what I did was when my friend wasn't around, I think on the server or just far enough away to be not at his base, I went into like one of the like lower floors of his base, and I put the shrieker inside of it, like under his floor, with that skulk sensor next to it. So when he went into his basement, he triggered it and set off that shrieking sound that they do, and he was like, why did I hear a scream from like a thing? It is exactly 1 PM for me. Oh, yeah. For me, I would usually have dinner at 6 PM. Which, for you in particular, having, being CST... my time to CST. Yeah, at 6 PM. What's 6 PM? That will be 1 AM for you. So quite late. I know, like, one thing's for sure, like being past 12 AM is late enough for me, that's for sure. Like you better make sure you get some sleep, that's for sure. Well, yeah, I mean, that's the thing, like those, like, time zones. That's certainly what it would be, like, for me, it'll be particularly difficult to, like, to tune in with some, like, American streamers, because when they would be up and about doing whatever it is they're doing, I would be in bed asleep. But even so, there'll be the occasional Australian streamer like myself, which I could even watch, given the time. Yeah, but even so, as much as I would want to watch like other streamers, it just sucks that I have so many other things to do, especially like my own stuff. And it's even getting to a point which I can just barely keep up. So I just I'll just watch them if I've got like time for myself, or like if I don't have like much else to do, and if they happen to be on at a right time. But even one thing's for sure, like going on about like streaming and everything, I would certainly have, as I mentioned before, the next few stuff coming up, which I plan to do, particularly an overhaul, like just to really update on stuff on my channel, everything, like, just because it's kind of just been like the way you see my channel right now, like with its laid out, it's kind of been stuck like that for like over 5 years now. So I thought I should really get onto that too, like not just with this here with my model. Well, I was putting a lot of the putting the work into my model for the first a lot of months and everything, just so I could work on this, just so I could bring it to the channel, and then get onto fixing up and tweaking everything else. Because if I feel like that something's been stuck like a certain way for a long time now, especially if it's outdated, I should really get onto it. That's certainly the way I think. It's just for the like sake of quality, really. And for me, I'm actually one of those what do they call it? Quality over quantity kind of people. So even though I may not be doing an awful lot, I'm still making sure that my content looks good. I know like a few other channels who are pretty much like that. Like they may not post much, but the quality of their content and the way they present it is just 10 out of 10. It's kind of like what I did with my third series of videos. Like when it was back when it was more Animal Jam Classic. Well, Animal Jam Classic as it would be called now, but it was still called Animal Jam back then. It's like I made a lot of those cinematics and just put a huge amount of effort into making them look good and sort of like animating this thing there and putting in like some other like assets for it as well, making them as well, and yeah, and it's kind of like also what I've been doing here like now as in some of my streams too. Like the previous lot of nights, I've as you would have seen that, like I put out, I uploaded a video of highlights from of my debut stream as a VTuber. It actually took longer than necessary to work on. I thought I would have gotten like done in like a day or 3, but no, I think it's because of like how I was probably feeling and some other things which I needed to do in life as well. It just took longer than it should have. But the important thing is it's up now, and I even set it as what do they call it? Like, well, the video to play it on the main page of my channel. Because I thought, like, because before then it was like the VOD of my VTuber debut stream, and I decided to break it down into some highlights, and I just used that for it instead. Yeah, sure, no worries. And yeah, so that's what I did, having uploaded like 2 days ago. Yeah, 2 days ago, and then next was heading out one morning just to do some like some routine things, and one of those things being like a gym session, that's for sure. And then I got to work with making the assets for this particular stream, make sure I've gotten everything organized for it, and even alongside that, this update to my model when I fixed up the texture on my jacket. So that's also what I got to. Which I again would have said on my VTuber debut stream, which said anything that's regarding the texture is completely an easy fix. I mean, it was pretty much how I was able to easily make my seasonal variants of my model. I mean, granted, the Night of the Phantoms one would have taken much longer than like fixing up the jacket there. It's like adding in a whole lot of patterns here and there. And everything, and like making and then making it into a material to apply onto the model, because that's actually like the whole processing of like 3D modeling and even texturing as well, which I did also learn in one of my previous classes in uni. So yeah, I learned a lot of good stuff, and I can pretty much say that with the upcoming class, there's going to be like some more good stuff which I can learn, which I can even apply to my model too. Like what I would learn in uni, I would apply here. Props. That's a good question, really. Props. I think it just depends on what I could probably do. Like yeah, I don't know much about props unless you're referring to something which I can use, like a third-party thing. But maybe when it comes to props, that could probably be like a thing that I would have to learn. Well, actually, when I was in contact with K-Dot while he was rigging this model for me, one of the things that he was able to do was do a toggle of my jacket and scarf, like have them like on or off. I thought, okay, so if that's a thing that can be done in whatever program he used, which was Blender actually. He used Blender to rig it for me because that's what he was using. So from what I saw when I was on call with him, was that it's possible to have like some toggles done for the model. And I thought, if I look into that, I could actually do a few more things as well. I don't know what though, but maybe I could figure something out. And not only that, but oh yes, Mora Tokel, welcome back. One of the things I could even look at are expressions. So I could really put in some more emphasis on what expression I'm trying to make. So I'm not always going to be like this that you can see right now. Like one thing I could do is probably like a snarl, as if like I'm angry, like, or a more proper smile. Because if you probably remember when I could do something like this, like that's the best I can do. And of course I can squint, a bit like so. And apparently that's a thing. That particular thing with expressions is called blend shapes, and apparently that's how it's the blend shapes which makes a lot of these sorts of face tracking like movements possible, especially on VC Face. So when it actually came to figuring out how to like make like a model talk and move along with you, well, sure, there's that skeleton that's like VC Face uses and tracks just to move like the character along with you, but the like things like expressions, like mouth movements or even eyes blinking, we're actually more in the blend shape. So yeah, back then I've been looking at it wrong. So now that I have that bit of insight into how it works, I could probably get into that myself. Because a lot of these that you'll be seeing right now, it's like based on those like A-E-I-O-U mouth movements. But given the way that my model's built, it can only be done in a very limited way. But I know one thing's for sure. After like a next update or so to my model, I'll definitely have more things to go with it. Yes, indeed. And I figured that what you would seen of me at the start, since my debut stream, or my VTuber debut stream, and then to like now, like with this bit of a fix up on my jacket here, which I could show a little bit here. Because it was mostly like the patterns and colors on it were like a little out of whack. So yeah, and I also noticed that the the jacket on my my previous version didn't actually have a cartoon outline on it, but which you can see on me as well. Well, it's not only has the jacket on this one been fixed, but also has that cartoon outline, because that's my overall style. I'm like having a bit of a cartoony look to it. It's especially what I had on the PNG one, like the one I had before this 3D model. It's an overall style which I've been using for pretty much a decade now, since I was in college. Given the program I used, and still use to this day, it's that kind of style which I have used, have since, and it's what I actually more like. So even in a 3D form, I was actually quite glad that you could still keep a cartoony look like this. So and how long have we been here now? Like an hour and 16 minutes have I now. So and it is, yes, so therefore it is 1:16 p.m. Well, hey, well, what do you know? It's 1 hour 16 minutes, and it's 1:16 right now. Like both the time on the stream and the time for me right now. Or now it's jumped up to 1:17 or 1:17. Yeah, I said it as 1:17 because, well, I guessing I have like over 10 years or 15 years of experience with the Halo franchise. That whenever I see like something like 117 or 117, I say it exactly like that, 117, because that was the Master Chief's number, or Spartan number, 117, or as he will be known as, John 117. So okay, so now that we be at 1 hour 17 minutes, and the time for me right now is 1:17, which I think is quite appropriate. Yes, so then I reckon that I could probably be wrapping up right about now, because again, I wasn't going to be like here for like a full time like I usually am, like for like 3 hours. But that's mostly when I'm on a game, like normally, because that's like the way I do it. If I'm doing anything else, like opening the gifts like under my tree, or doing something like this, I'm only like here for like an hour or so. So this is just gonna be like one of those particular streams, which again I was only just being here just to say, just to appear for a brief moment, just to say hello and everything, because like now that the break will be over, as I've said before, like break's over, everyone's back at school and work and everything, and in a way, so will I. It will be time for me to get back to work and everything. Not just with work, but with university. Like, not that I'm like employed or anything, but I mean work as in like my own stuff. So like I'll be getting to university, and alongside university, with everything I learn, I'll be getting onto work with my own stuff, especially with my own career in art, and even getting onto this channel too, especially more often. So like with like upcoming streams and everything, such as like a revisitation of the mini games in Animal Jam Classic and the Adventures 2, and also doing a whole live stream of the mini games in Animal Jam, the one previously known as Play Wild, and second streams of other games which I've played before. So yeah, that's certainly one few things for you and everyone here to look forward to, and me, and for me as well. and And some other games which I'm looking at tackling as well, like not just Animal Jam, which is something I've been doing for quite a while now, like with Echo the Dolphin and Seasons After Fall. Like the kind of games will be like based around like animals and everything. Like that's usually that kind of aesthetic. And I know I've been looking out for some others, see what else I can do, like animal-based games. So that's definitely one thing I'll be getting onto. Well, in that case, now that I've basically come out and say hi, hi, hello, and everything, and have had a good chat with you lot, now it'll be time for me to wrap up and maybe get some lunch too, because the time for me right now would be lunchtime. So anyway, for those who tuned in, thank you all for watching, and until then, take it easy.